What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Okay So Boom. Today, we have another action filled and fun episode where we're just going to discuss the latest happenings and give our opinion on just some random topics. Um, as usual, I'm joined by three of my favorite people: Mrs. Monique Morales,
How y'all doing?
Mr. Matt Morales,
Hey,
my
Right there, man. Your name,
brown
please.
sugar up there, Ryan Williams,
What's up?
You
and
gonna be
what up, brown sugar?
I don't like that.
and of course, I am Chamire. Um, so we're about to jump into the show, but I think we got to talk about the elephant in the room, the sadness. We touched on it last week. We was hoping that DMX Earl Simmons will pull through, but unfortunately, he succumbed to his illness a couple days ago. Like I said before, like I told Ryan, I was like, I feel sad, like I knew him, but I feel like he was like a good 6 years of my life that we ain't have iTunes where you could just stream
Mhm.
anything you want. You got a CD, you listen to that CD until another CD came to replace such CD, and that was DMX. It's Dark and Hell is Hot. I played the album like on repeat, like every day. So I really feel sad that addiction, not even his own fault, addiction,
Right.
you know, stole his life, and such a brilliant artist. But um, I don't know. Anybody got any input on DMX? Did they have a significant, or did you just like his music?
I mean, I did, and it took for everybody to be like posting all of the stuff, and then I did his is it IMDb, BD, DB,
DB, database.
DB, yeah. So I did that, and I was like, oh man, look at all these movies. Like, how could I forget how many movies he was in? He was in a lot of movies, like, and not even on some small role type stuff. I was like,
Belly, Belly. Come
I
on.
mean, besides Belly, I was like, because everybody knows Belly. That was
Was in Romeo Must Die, right?
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
almost done.
and a bunch of other movies. So I was like, man, he had a hell of a body of work. Like I think just I was stuck on Lauren Hill in high school. I ain't gonna lie, stuck on Lauren
Oh,
Hill,
oh
but
yeah, that was my downer. DMX was my
uh,
upper.
she was my upper, my downer, everything. But it took for people posting like his songs and stuff. I was like, oh yeah, I do know that song. Oh yeah, I do know that song. So, I just want to go back and give him the props that he deserved because I mean, he definitely deserved.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, I thought so. Going through high school, I thought I really liked him like a lot. And I met Shamir, and I was like, I don't have enough appreciation for this dude like she does. Like
Yeah.
that was definitely her artist.
Yeah, him and Ja Rule. They. It was a solid five. There will be no Ja Rule slander.
The only reason I did that is because for me now his name is kind of synonymous with 50 Cent because
Was Ja
the
Yeah,
Rule? Oh, Ja Rule's done. Yeah.
50,
If
50 be
50
coming out.
killed
He
this
had
year.
I
he had his
mean, no, not
time.
even that. Like, I think people stop when they want to stop. I'm just thinking about the latest
50
petty
killed him.
events. Like, who has a concert? Like, I would have wanted to see a Ja Rule concert, but then here
You'd
comes
have to get the
50
tickets from 50 Cent.
buying all the tickets. Like, why'd you do that?
He said that wasn't true, but who
Yes,
knows?
He said it was true. He said he did it. I
he,
think he was on the late night show or whatever.
he chose violence, period.
But well, I think the other sad thing about DMX was like, and so funny. Like maybe a couple weeks ago, before all this DMX, his illness had taken place. I was telling my kids, especially RJ, just because boys pressure each other in a way that girls don't pressure each other, in my opinion. And I was like,
Mhm.
listen, don't even try weed. I was like, because people be putting stuff in your weed. You don't know if it's laced with, like, it could be PCP. I was like, and
Mhm.
then I gave him the DMX story because, like, I knew that
Yeah.
story prior. I was like, his mentor put crack in
Mhm.
the blunt, and at the age of 14. So I said, so from 14 to 50, he dealt with a crack addiction. And
Yeah,
I
even
was like,
though
just
yeah.
unbeknownst to him, that one day changed his life. So I was like, you just can't even try stuff. And he was like, okay, mom, like receptive, because my drug and sex tops be random. They just when it
Yeah.
popped in, hey, if you're gonna have sex, make sure you use a condom, because it just when it hit me, it hit me. But so
Yeah, when the spirit moves you, because we, don't pretend like the kids won't, be getting into that kind of stuff. We come into the scariest time, the high school time,
mm,
so.
Where's my belt? I need my belt.
Practically whoop all the kids in the house.
like, stand up for this
It's
whooping, you
like,
ain't do it yet. This is for that. Okay, don't do it.
where's my belt?
You just show it to him. Threaten him.
Oh, say this punk ass parent generator. What kind of belt you gonna whoop with? A canvas belt? String belt?
The belt off a robe, silk robe belt.
You gonna whoop
Right.
with a neoprene belt?
Right.
What's that?
Well, many thoughts and to his family and his kids and his ex-wife and his fiance and all those who and all his Rough Riders who were
Yeah.
impacted by this loss. Definitely thoughts and prayers to them. But so on
Let's
that
hear your
note,
best DMX growl before we move on. Give me the DMX growl.
me?
Yeah.
Er,
There you go.
Look, I'll be rapping like I'll be on concert when I'll be by myself.
Let's
Um,
go.
but I want to talk. This is funny. When I came across this, it wasn't even something that like was on my timeline. I was on the YouTubes, and YouTube, the universe knows I hate this show. So why it came up on my recommended, I don't know. But it's a show called Seeking Sister Wives, and I don't know if you've ever seen it before. But it's essentially several modern day, not even like, when you think of like polygamy, you think of like the Mormon religion. They're just regular old people who just are into polygamy and whatever. And they're finding a new wife to add to their. Have you heard of the show?
Not until you shared it.
Not until it became a topic. I don't see what's going on here.
So I don't even want. Listen, it's not like I wouldn't necessarily say like jealous, because he's never given me a reason to be jealous or insecure about anything. But
No.
another who girl, I don't even want him opening the door for women at the store, let alone
I don't even mind the door open, but you better say thank you.
What? Open the door for who?
No, you won't. That'll be me.
But so did you have a chance to watch the clips and like how they are seeking these sister wives? Like, how you feel about that? I'm gonna ask Monique first, as the wife. How do you feel about that?
First of all, I want to disclaim. So when I saw it, I was like, "What is this? This is white people stuff." And boom, black folks.
Thank you. That's why I sent you to black people.
Black Panther had to tell them we don't do that here. But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I just, to each their own though, in real life. I mean, how many times, man, have I joked like, we need sister wife up here? But I just really want somebody to clean up,
Yeah, but you don't want her to get no white privileges. You just
that's the problem. No, they was over here talking about de-appointments. Shorty was like, I like it in the morning. I was like, girl, go sit down. I need somebody to do windows. That's it.
She's like, I will.
She's
like, I will. I need my payment.
Huh?
She's like, I will wash the windows. I need my payment.
Cash only.
she don't want no cash.
Turn on your Facebook page. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why the only other option I told them is like, we need a black, crippling, crazy, non-English speaking centrillion to come and help take care of these kids. Otherwise, I'm just gonna continue to occasionally get overwhelmed and choose violence.
I just like, I try to like, for this topic, I try to always play devil's advocate and see the other side of the. As a wife, though, I just cannot fix my brain to welcome another woman to my husband in any way or form. Like, just be like, okay, it's Tuesday. He upstairs with Veronica.
Yeah, you feel me?
I
Like
already
even when
said
I used to watch Big Love back in the day, and
Oh,
that
that was
other
my
show,
show. That was my
they
show.
had Big Love was
it
bomb
was
though.
a
I
good
mean,
show. It was a
but
good show.
still though, I was like, people checking the calendar trying to find out if they gonna get some beer at night. Oh Lord, it's just too much going on. Then I like it in the morning. This one say she like it in the evening. And I'm like, what is no?
What he say?
He said, well, then it works out. No, player. No, I don't. It don't.
So I
Not
know
at all.
y'all men are gonna be like, I'm not gonna try to touch this topic. We know that y'all don't want a sister wife. We know that, but
Oh no, I can't handle two women being mad at me at the same time. And then I have two people saying, get off the game. Like, no.
I
Oh,
just like honestly,
get
I'm
off.
telling you, when you look for her like this, I tell you when they look for her like this. See, and that's the thing. Like you and those things were being brought up. Like, what if she, does this, or what if he fall in love with her and then leave you? What you gonna have? Like all that kind of stuff.
I
When
ain't
you
want to
let
think about that.
right, when you let that in, right? Like if you welcome that and let that in, it's the same thing with threesomes. People be like, oh, that's a minimal type of situation. But if fam like it, he gonna go and seek it out again, solo dolo.
So-
Now look at you. See what you
You
did?
didn't. Now you cut out. Now you cut out of,
Yeah.
of the deal.
I do have a story about this. I did have a friend who was married, and they agreed to let in a girlfriend into their relationship, right?
It ain't never a boyfriend.
And he was bragging to me. He was like, "Man, I'm living the dream." And then his wife left him for the girlfriend.
Oh,
I was like, "Oh man, that sucks, dude. I'm sorry."
The cootie cat was better than what you had.
that's
Right.
why she. That's why she
Now
let her
that's a
in.
shame.
She hustled him.
Now that's a shame.
So,
She turned out to like that China more than what you had, man.
look, if that friend watches this episode, I'm sorry, but I didn't say it.
Right.
If it happened, it happened. Decisions were made. My decisions were made. Whoever you
So,
be.
Ryan, do you think there could be any positive reason that you want to expand a family? Not your family, a family.
It's Oprah. Oprah says that she wants to be in a relationship, and then we both don't have to work no more, ever.
No, I think you'll get a pass for Oprah too.
Oh, Oprah be okay?
That's what I'm saying. Like, can they at least be worth something? That's kind of like, you might be able to tip the scales. What's that? What was that movie? Indecent Proposal.
Well, I mean, Derek Jackson brought a doctor into it, didn't
Yeah,
he?
that's true. That is very
Sometimes you
true.
just gotta be quiet and get that bag.
So
Yeah.
like the black family you saw, well, the ones with the dreads, they, I don't know how I always wind up catching this show, but I watch like 10 minutes of it, then I can't take it no more because I don't know, I just cannot even watch it.
I can't even watch Bachelor.
They had a wife. They found a wife. The black family with the dreads. They had like their ceremony, all that, right?
Yep.
And she left. She was like, "This is not for me. I'm out." But that's after you've already consummated
Married.
the marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now he just getting passes every time he have a wife, but he get the sample.
Wasn't that her in the thing talking about that's a lot of girls now? You got a lot of girls.
Oh, that was the other one. That was the that was the vet.
That's the
Yeah, that was
yeah,
the vet. I think it's really just to like again, speaking as a dude who doesn't want multiple wives. So I don't know what that mentality is, but I think it's really just for his ego, like because you saw in the one she mentioned like, oh, can I have another husband? And he was like Kermit. He starts sipping tea like, no, that ain't gonna happen. So it's not built into our society. You know what I mean? Like we're not in those times. We're not in that culture. So like you're just doing it for you. It's not like something that you inherited. You know what I mean? Like so I think it just all ends in it all ends in ruin because it's just that's not the way we're built. We're not built to do that. So
Big time Pandora's box. He
No,
like,
I don't want it. No, don't bring.
you like, I don't even want to talk about it.
I don't, I don't
Strike
want
it.
another one.
strip it from the record.
Look, you are everything I need in this life. I
Oh,
don't need another.
look at that.
I'm gonna just smile.
You're like, because we in the same room on the same camera.
Okay, look, you know I'm about to run out of fast, you know.
She got that
I'm
spoon
covered
right in the
from
back
everything.
pocket just in case. Spoon need to come out. Well,
I'm gonna
so
need you to stop convincing my wife to commit domestic violence again.
she the one told me about the spoon. She told me about the spoon. Look, I learned it. But well, we're on the topic
It's a slipper
of
now, though. It's a slipper now.
at least he light skin, so I probably will leave less of a
Mm-hmm.
Halle Berry. I don't know if she was married to this guy. I don't think so, but they had a daughter together. I think she's like
Yeah,
a
for
They were
preacher.
married for 3 years.
Oh, they
Yeah,
were
3
married.
years.
Okay,
Who is that? That's the Aubrey dude, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
The model.
She was ordered. So for whatever reason, which I have to. I kind of wonder what the background was. She doesn't have sole custody of the child, but for whatever reason, the dad has sole custody of the child, and she was ordered to pay $16,000 a month in child support. She is rich. She is rich.
Yeah.
But do you think that's too much?
I mean, you know, the whole concept of income-based child support, you know, if we got rid of that, it might do something to help some of these women that be getting like $5 a month. I don't, you know.
Yeah, no, really.
So to me, if it's a numbers game and she was paying that based off of income, you know, it sucks to be, you know, you balling out of control if you got it like that. That's how I see it, because they do it based on what you got. You know, it's not fair. Don't no child 18,000, 16,000 a month for what? For what?
Well,
That's what they would have access to if they were with you.
Yeah, but for 16,000, I mean, it's your portion of what you would contribute. I know that dad as a model is not contributing anywhere near 16. He probably got his rent paid, his car paid, any private school. And then he knows
that's what she was complaining about, right? Is that he's living solely off of her child support, right? So at what point is it no longer child support and now I'm just paying for you to survive while holding my child? You know what I mean? So
well, definitely.
I don't know. I think I'm more black and white. Like, you should vet better. That's your fault. So you decided to not you decided not to vet right, and now you got to pay 16 grand a month.
I mean, but you know,
they were married at the time.
Yeah, but see, even that, like in the grand scheme of things, like how long was they dating? He sent the representative. He had Halle. He talked the talk. He had Halle over there, like, for years. But I mean, now look at you. You got to pay that man that money, and he, you know, that's because I mean, when you think about it like this, if it happened with us, we got divorced, we separated, whatever. I expect him to pay and take care of his kid. You know what I mean? Like, why we have to?
Me.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Okay. Oh,
I'm sorry. Finish it though.
Turn on Tinder so quick.
Turn on Tinder.
If I'm single,
don't turn on Tinder.
My goodness.
He gonna have them kids quick, because Tinder gonna give you something you ain't gonna be able to live with.
Oh hell no! Look, what they turn it on then? Look, I don't know what they turn it on. Is it Tinder?
Old people meet.
Old people meet. By the time something happens between them.
Right.
Christian Mingle. I heard they.
Yeah, I heard they off the hook on Christian Mingle.
I heard they bucket on Christian Mingle. Too.
But so okay, so in the
I had a joke
case, I don't even know how this happened.
I don't know. We be going off. She had the amount reduced to 8K a month.
Yeah.
Which I feel like is more appropriate. Like, you got to do something other than have the child with, like, but like Monique said, on the other hand, I be feeling bad for people who get like $20 a week, base. You better, I don't care if you make $300 a week, then I need to at least get 100 of it because what can I
Break
do?
bread.
So I feel like that whole system.
Yeah, it needs to be revamped for sure. But celebrities, they already getting all these breaks. You got so much money, and a lot of these people don't even hardly pay no taxes. I can't feel sorry for you. You married that male model. He probably got a boyfriend now. I hate to say it.
What?
I don't think he really wanted to be with Halle Berry.
Well, she has a type. Like you can see, she definitely has a type, and you got to make sure
she like them pretty boys.
Yeah, you got to make sure that they don't have an agenda.
Yeah.
But are you dating me because you like me? Are you dating me because I'm Halle Berry? Or are you trying to come up off me? Or he came up all right, $16K.
Yeah, but that system is built to protect. So at the time, it was built to protect women who were being abused and misused. Like, so that was the whole reason it became income based. So I think in New York it's like 17%, no matter how many kids you have. So like Diddy was paying like, I forget, it was something crazy, like 30 grand or something like that a month in child support. So it's not a perfect system. I get that. But again, vet better. Like you shouldn't just have babies so quickly with models who he probably was popping bottles off that 16 grand. But at the end of the day, it's just like a business, right? So, okay, you cut the profits in half. So guess what that baby getting? Half.
Yeah, the baby.
Like, I'm still living off that.
So. And that too, that standard of living that baby had, that baby had. Probably a lot of it is going towards all them nannies and au pairs and what.
He ain't watching that baby. You're partying.
Yeah, exactly.
16 grand a month. What I'm
saying. He out there living his best life.
But I mean, realistically, all of the money can't go to the child, right? Because having another human being live in your house, like the cost of food, the cost of energy, the cost of everything goes up.
Yeah.
You can't drive a 2-seater sports car. Now you have to get that Tahoe or whatever,
baby?
you know what I mean?
How old is that baby?
I don't
I think she's a teenager.
She's like a preteen or a teen. Yeah.
It doesn't happen like that now?
Yeah.
Oh, well, hell. He done made his $8,000
you have to have, you have to have the better internet here.
Yeah.
The cost of everything goes up,
Not $8 grand.
I'm sure that house ain't small. I'm sure they, living it up. So, if
I bet Halle Berry, like, and I don't know for sure, but like she ain't popping them movies out like she used to. So,
that was that kidnapper movie that did that to her. Whatever that movie was, she was chasing
yeah. I like that
one. That's what was it called?
I can't remember. I'm gonna look it up. That was one of my favorite.
Catwoman before she did that. She could have redid Catwoman. No. They could have called it Old Kitty.
That was one of the worst movies. I saw it on the plane.
I liked it.
It was one of the worst movies I have ever seen.
Yeah, like you can't trust Halle Berry with a baby in a movie. You give her a baby in a movie, and it's a problem. Like she either losing the baby or they're gonna take the baby from her.
Okay, so she had Losing Isaiah.
Yeah.
And then she had this kidnapping movie, but didn't she lose another baby somewhere?
She had Monsters Ball. They saw something happened to the baby in that one.
Yeah.
She stayed losing babies. It was just called Kidnap. I mean, to keep it simple.
Like it's Halle again, back with another kidnapping.
Did she have a baby in Gothica? I can't remember. That was another good Halle Berry movie.
That's where she was in the insane asylum, right? Where she was
she was in the tub full of blood.
That one was good.
Spoiler
alert! After the fact,
you ain't seen that yet. Too bad you ain't seen that movie yet.
Ryan stay ruining. He ruined episode 2 of them for me too today. So
I'm about to start.
We haven't started.
I'm not gonna say anything.
I'm gonna spoil everything.
Ryan, I said watch episode 1. He started talking about stuff that happened episode 2, and I'm like, I didn't see that. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, well, you must have fell asleep. I'm like, I didn't fall asleep, Ryan. I watched the episode. Come find out he didn't watch episode 2, then ruin episode 2.
Yeah, I
I'm
didn't see
watching.
episode 1 until this morning. But Gotham came out in 03. So if you haven't seen it yet, then it's
Too
your
bad.
fault.
Too bad for you.
I mean, I think reading the reviews on them is a whole nother topic.
Yeah, that's a whole other topic for real. When you read the reviews, you can tell when a minority watched it. That's all I'm gonna say. Because people were big mad over the reviews. I'm gonna say the melanin challenge, y'all gotta calm down. You know, y'all, the story must be told, okay? Like, get over it. This is our history. Everybody talking about that doggone Confederate flag being somebody's history. This is an actual thing that happened. You know,
I think it's from their perspective. I think because anything that blows up in the African American history, like cinema, is always about that era. But at the same point in time, as Black people, we ain't had that many eras of thriving. They're short bursts of but
productivity and then being taken down. That's the crazy thing. Not necessarily just being productive and like screwing it up on your own, but like, look at them doing good. Put the crack over there. Flood that with the crack.
Or Tulsa, Black
burn their Wall Street down. They don't need that. Come on, come back to my stuff.
So you've seen that we have the ability to thrive, but we do want to know what happened. You know, shout out to my college African American history teacher too, because Lester Brown.
Boom. Shout out.
That man he was the right type of African American history teacher. When I tell you, we would watch these things and he would say, we don't have a movie about that. We don't have a movie about that. Every time a movie about that came out, I was like, he should be happy right now. That Nat Turner movie came out. Because he was like, why doesn't Nat Turner have a movie? At the, like, you know, when we talking about this stuff. So I'm glad to see it. Whatever it is, I'm glad to see it. I'm glad that my kids will have an opportunity, even though I already run my mouth so much about us with my kids, but still, I want them to see it before, you know, I have to pay $1,000 for them to learn about it, because I recommend that for these kids. Take African American history and learn the real story about your people.
True that. So I don't know, what was we even talking about? How we get this?
We were talking about we talking about her movies because she had some strange things going on.
It's Halle Berry's acting for me. I cannot take it in large doses. It's just, where's my son? If you was not on your spoiler alert, if you wasn't on your phone, you would have saw your son getting snapped.
Exactly.
You don't just keep your eyes off the kid at the park.
There go that crack.
I don't know how you could hate on her and then still be cool with Kerry Washington.
No, you know I don't like that Kerry Washington. Did y'all see that movie?
But I love Scandal. Scandal.
I fell off with Scandal. I fell off with it. It wasn't bad. I just stopped. I think between seasons, I just forgot. I never went back. So I don't know what happened.
That was me with How to Get Away with Murder. Like
that was me. Yep, that show too. Who knows how it ended? But
I got tired.
Did they get away?
Who?
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, they might not.
Had to.
I got tired of Viola Davis taking that wig off, and that's my girl too. I was like, you don't have to give them that. Keep your wig on. So she kept taking that doggone wig off.
I love Viola Davis.
That in there.
But I just wish that when she did her crying scenes, her nose wouldn't run so much.
Yes, and then she gave me the runny nose and the OG Bobby Johnson braids. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I'm like, girl, I know you channeling it all. I'm not an actress. I don't know, but why does, like, what was that, Fences, when she was talking to Denzel and the nose started running? I was like, oh, I just can't take
like
that.
The tears just don't come out right here. They come out right here.
Those tears.
It happens to some people. And stop, because you know I love Viola Davis. I love her.
She could play me. She could play me in my, well, actually she couldn't play me because she older than me. Dang.
We already decided who's gonna play you.
Gonna play Ryan.
You be quiet. Don't even start.
we already decided who's gonna play you. Act like brand new.
Who gonna play me, Ryan? Who gonna play me?
Frankie.
If we don't get down more,
You hear this?
Frankie gonna be your actress and
You
your
hear this?
biopic.
Cuss you out with his last piece of energy. Why would you say that? We love working for you.
Frankie
I
gonna
think
play
we're
me,
doing
Keisha
married
Cole
now.
mom. Gonna play me in my life story.
He gonna be like, in that you go straight to hell.
They go.
Right?
They go.
Oh,
They-
Matthew, no.
They in their own world down there.
Woke up, thought he was gonna talk some stuff about Moultrie.
All right. Let's move on. So in today's, oh my God, is this real life? The kids, and I'm gonna say a daycare name too. It was in the article. That's why I didn't want to put Mason in this one, even though it was down the street, because I heard they had bad reviews. But it was Kids Are Kids. The dad, they had the live stream, which is great. People checking on your kids from whenever. Decided to peek in at lunchtime. Notice that all the non-pigmented, melanated kids had lunch, while our melanin kids were just sitting there waiting for their lunch. I was so. This is why I'm always on guard, like, because Mason will tell me something in a second. Sometimes he tell me too much stuff. I bet Mason, she did not yell at you. She probably just told you sit back and see and do your work. But I never discouraged him from telling me anything, because he will come home and say, "Hey, we had to wait till last to get my lunch." Like, okay, somebody go.
All right, so I'll take it first. So like shout out to Kids Are Kids for like, obviously they need to fire whoever did this, but
Hold on, pause. So it's like a franchise. So it was a daycare who kind of like paid a fee or something to get the Kids Are Kids attached to their daycare. Okay, go.
Oh, okay, I got you. All right, well, whomever this falls on for giving that access to parents. The cybersecurity in me is kind of iffy. I don't want my kids to be videoed the entire time they're in daycare, but in this case, it actually does work out to the benefit of the parents, because they get to see how the kids are being treated. So shout out to them for giving that access and for owning the footage that they put out there. And so whenever I see something like this, I try to play devil's advocate the best I can, because even though like immediately I'm like, I see the video, I saw the picture, and immediately I'm like, no, that's not right. But I was like, you know what? Maybe there's something I'm not getting from just this instance in a long period of a day. But then once they break it down, and then the company apologizes for said instance, it's factual. So I don't know why the instructor, or whatever you want to call them, the daycare provider or whatever, decided to not feed the kids, people of color kids, or what I mean, because I don't think it was just black kids. I don't think it was just black kids. I think it was just anybody who was a minority kid didn't receive food, and all the kids with fair skin did receive food. No clue why they would do that, but I tried to play devil's advocate, and I just could not find a reasoning behind it.
I just see that little girl sitting there with her hands folded neatly, waiting for her food.
Yeah, probably trying her best.
And even that makes me so angry.
And even if they don't quite grasp it or understand it, like these kids are absorbing and observing reality. Yeah. So they're even if they don't know it's wrong, it's being fed to them, and they're like, this is causing bias. This is causing them to feel some kind of way about themselves.
Right.
This is right. I mean, there's so much that you're doing to these kids in their formative age when doing this, and how frequently they do this, I don't know. But I couldn't find anything to say that, oh, well, they didn't mean to do this. Like this was intentional, and this was damaging.
Because I also noticed they were all at the same table.
They were.
So I even tried that. I was like, maybe it's the table. Then I was like, no, this table is mixed. And it was like, maybe it's this other table. And I was like, no, that table is just.
And you saw the little melanin kids at every single table. None of them had food.
Regardless of concentration. Like it was even like, I even tried to use statistics. Like, well, maybe it was by last name. But I know I grew up with white kids with Williams as their last name, or Atchison, black kids. You know what I mean? Like we have we're all over the alphabet. So it wasn't even
Yeah.
that. So I'm just like, I can't figure out how she discerned to do that
I
to
can tell
feed
you
them
how. She
aside
said
from
them
by
little brown
race.
kids is gonna
Yeah.
be last. What was you gonna say, Matt?
Oh, that these providers need to be sued for damaging these kids' psyche in their formative years, like Brian said. And also, it is a franchise, and the Kids Are Kids franchise did pull their tag from this institution.
Okay.
So essentially distance themselves from
And
these
that's
people.
good. If that, yeah,
Uh,
do that.
But I think every single one of these providers needs to go to the cookout and get served last, or thrown in the trash, whichever comes first.
Dang, what we doing?
Throw the whole team away. Because
Yeah.
how dare you treat babies like this?
Yeah.
Like, these are kids.
These are
And
kids.
then not having a clue about that kind of stuff probably right now, because I think that we can agree that I tend to try to wait as long as I possibly can to bring up race as a negative issue. I don't, you know what I mean? Like bringing it up, well, why do you think this happened? Why do you think that happened? Well, probably because so-and-so is black. But it's hard to start having these conversations with kids as it is. And you're talking about daycare age children. Like parents are living about something that kids are like, what? Like things happen adversely to me in this life because I'm brown? What?
Right.
Wait a
And
minute.
you try not to overexpose your children to it. Like you said, you try not to expose them sooner than they need to be exposed.
Right.
And they're doing this to your kid before you even have a chance to talk to them about how some of the stuff happens or plays out in the real world.
It's just the thing, like, when you drop your child at school, or you drop your child, even school, yes, daycare, even more, because daycare means there's too little to even go to school yet. So therefore, maybe their communication skills, and they can't communicate how they're feeling.
Right.
I'm trusting you, and also paying you, and trusting you to provide the best care possible for my child.
Yeah.
And I just so happen to peek in and see that you're doing the opposite. And I just can't get the little girl out of my head, because she has no idea why
What's
she's
going
not
on?
getting food. She
Yeah.
has no idea what she did wrong.
Yeah.
That was just somebody's prejudice and bias put against those little kids, all those little kids. And like you all said, like I tried to find some type of I
Loophole.
seen them sprinkled around the table, and nobody had their food. And then, okay, Kids Are Kids, yes, they pulled their licensing. I get that.
Yeah.
But then I read a statement from them that said, I didn't like this part of the statement, and my laptop died, so I don't have the full statement, but it said that they said perception is reality, as if maybe that wasn't the whole thing that happened. No, my eyeballs can see. So unless you're willing to tell me what exactly happened, that is reality. It has nothing to do with perception. I have eyes, I can see. And then the daycare itself replied and said that was a random incident. Y'all was randomly racist that day?
Right. Like,
Like, oh, this is isolated.
Yeah.
This is a one-time thing.
Right.
I mean, how
Get out of
could
here.
anybody really even know that? This is just the first time that this person got caught with this type of stuff. And honestly, it's ridiculous stories like that going on in daycare, all over the place. Recently, I told you about that, the mom at Belvoir that was saying, what should I do? They took my kid's snack at school because they considered it unhealthy. Like it was a pack of Pringles and and a Capri Sun juice, and the teacher snatched his food and told him it was unhealthy, and then he didn't have any snack at all. And I told that mom, I said, if she wants healthy so bad, you should go up there and turn her into a vegetable. That's how we can fix that. That's what I told her in the comments. Like, are you serious? Don't do that. You want to be a vegetable so bad. You say what?
Gonna be Veggie Tales up in that joint.
Okay, look, they're gonna be singing and all, doing all of that. How dare you take this baby food like that? And then you had the Karens was chiming in because it's a military. She said, that's food shaming. I said, stop it. Ain't no food shaming. It was just somebody overstepping their boundaries. You can't just take a child. Food shame. I ain't never even heard of that. I'm so
And
tired of all these
then
different kind of shame.
and then if you're gonna to take the food and not provide something else is what
Not give them
really
something different.
what would have set me off. Listen, I told Ryan, and I just pray we keep on this level that nobody has made me have to go off on them. And
You're
thank
girl,
you,
the way they
Lord.
protect these people. How many times have we had 2 instances of a teacher reporting aid for inappropriate contact with Joey. One trying to drag him somewhere, and another one grabbed his face and
Oh, I remember
told
you told
him,
me that I was
yeah.
hot as fish grease.
So when I'm ready to confront these
Like,
people, do whatever, they protect these people better than they protect the kids. Okay. You know, no contact with them, separate meetings, everything separate.
Oh yeah, they can't have you in the same room. You
It
would
gets
not
to
be in the same
where
room.
We didn't even know the person's name.
they don't even want to give you their name
We
because
didn't
they
know who it
know
was.
it's all these doggone military parents around here. We'll find you. They don't give you no info.
At least
They
they
just have
self-reported,
a.
I guess.
And they know he
Right.
little too.
Mhm.
You know,
And he has issues communicating, so
Right.
they couldn't tell us who it
Right.
was.
right,
So
right.
thankfully,
Mhm.
there are still teachers in these buildings that will actually report on others, because
Right.
I've seen where that's frowned upon, like on bank. We can't negate the conversation of being military people and how many times I've seen things in military daycares get swept under the rug. It must be said because that's our community. But that's what I'm saying. They protect these people too well, way
Yeah.
too well, way too well. I mean, because I definitely wanted to put hands on her back. I said, "Oh, she grabbed my," because I know what she looks like. They said it was the aide. The problem with that is, where does she live? Yeah,
Well, they're not gonna tell you
They're
that.
not gonna tell you.
They're not gonna tell you
don't go to
that.
her house.
They hand
you
you a
know.
map. Like, no, because then
Look,
they
I
accessories.
will pay to find you. Matt requested very fervently that I let the state handle it,
Yes,
because
yeah.
I want to ride through on them, honestly.
Because we need you we
Can't
need
do
you
that.
out of the jail. We don't need you in the jail. So I'm glad that's why they didn't put us together, because she wouldn't probably made it out that meeting.
No, she wouldn't. And the second one neither. And that one was even worse because Joy had just transferred to this school. He had only been there not even
Like a month.
Yeah, not even a whole month. And we had an incident like that quick. And I'm like, where y'all picking these people at? From a Cracker Jack box or a crack
No,
house?
they
Where
are.
they coming from?
These aides, like, you have to have the very minimum certifications, if you even need certifications to be an
They gonna
aide.
get somebody
But
killed.
my whole thing is, especially if you're going to work with children who have special needs, you have
Yes.
to be patient. You have to have the certification. You need to have the
Mhm.
training. You can't just roll off the street,
Right, because that's a smudge on the school. The school is touted as like the best in the county for dealing with special needs kids. You got this fool in here doing this. You know what I'm saying? That meth pipe probably done ran dry. And now you over here about to get yourself hurt messing with somebody's kids.
It ran
Where
dry.
you going? Look, I don't like nobody messing with kids. We change that.
And well, on that note, thank goodness, even though my honey is IT and into all the cyber, I'm thankful for that, for that, because it will make me feel better, just knowing that I could peek in on my baby, especially if they're little or they have problems communicating, that I could just lay my eyes. But I hope he does sue. Oh, and I hope he gets a lot of money. All right, let's move on. So we know Alec Trebek passed away a couple months ago at this point, and they have not found a replacement for Jeopardy. And now it's a petition going on to have LeVar Burton replace him as a host. I think that would be a great transition.
Yep.
I mean, how many children did he open up into make reading and learning cool? Like
our whole generation. I think this needs to happen, right? Because being 100, I don't watch Jeopardy anyway. but I think it would be great.
Right.
Shocker.
I'm overseas and we watch it because it's one of the only things they feed us in prime time. So it's on in the background.
Yeah.
So I'll be down for it. Like I didn't even know it was an option until you sent us the article. Like I saw a couple posts because I follow him on Twitter because he says some pretty cool stuff on Twitter. But I didn't know it was an actual movement. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because right now it's like
I
his
hope he
protege.
gets it.
What'd you say?
I said
I
right
hope
now
he
it's like
gets
his protege. It's like the dude who won multiple times. Like he's currently filling in, but they won't commit to him.
Right.
So
Well,
plus
I
he's a
hope
host
they
on a
do
different
that.
show too. So but yeah, that'd be cool. Like I don't see anything non-beneficial.
I mean, I
Right.
feel like he got the background. Like he was, Star Trek. Was he Jody?
Oh yeah, he was
Was
Jordan.
He was Geordie on Star Trek.
Jordy. I
He
said
was-
Jody. I
he
got
was-
Baby Boy mixed up in there.
Yeah, he wasn't Jody.
Jody.
He wasn't Jody.
Jody.
I
Can
got
you
little Baby
imagine
Boy
Jody on
mixed
the
up.
Enterprise?
He was-
Could you picture it? I
Jody
do
on
not
there.
want Jody to go to space. He don't need to be there. Okay?
Like, bring this ship down, cuz.
Right?
I'll take tacos for 500.
Right? Taco toppings for 500, please.
Did she make them tacos?
What else? He did Star
He was-
Trek.
he was
did Reach the
Kunta?
Rainbow. He was Kunta. Can't
He was
forget
Kunta?
that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He got the
Where you come
background.
from?
Like it's just, come on, do the right thing, Jeopardy. I
Yeah.
forgot to sign a petition, but I will
Mhm.
eventually.
For sure, yeah, because that is dope, though.
And he getting
Yeah.
up there. I didn't realize how old he was nowadays. Like he's in his 60s, so you got to get him in there now.
Yeah, that's good TV show
He don't
hosted
look-
age.
He don't look like he's in his 60s.
You
And
know
I'm
why?
You know.
You
Black
know
don't
why.
And I always bet on black things. Tell you.
So I feel like that should happen, but hopefully you just never know with TV. But I feel like that would be the perfect transition. He
Yeah.
got a good 20 years left in him,
Oh,
do
yeah.
it till he old like Alex did. But all right,
And
well,
I'm trying to tell you more about this age stuff. Me and Matt been talking so much about age. Don't do it, Chamire. Don't do it.
don't do what?
That talking about age, man. Matt wants to live to be so old.
I'm gonna be 100.
Ugh.
I'm gonna make it.
Oh, I'm not going to die.
They
gonna figure it out. They're going to figure it out.
What's wrong with y'all? I be like, I
Look.
can get to a certain point. Like, if I live, okay, but I'm telling you, man.
Man, listen, if y'all don't jack me into the Matrix, I'm going to be over here shooting out emojis and text messages. I ain't going nowhere.
No, I want to be old, but I just saw
Right, I'm scared the hell out of somebody.
I saw the other day this lady it was like her 101st birthday. And she was so old, she looked uncomfortable. Like
See what I'm saying?
I don't
That's
want to be
what I'm
that
saying.
old.
But we're getting past that though. That's the thing. Like you're talking about somebody who was 100 years old who was born back in like I don't even know what that would be right now. What is that?
100 years ago, right?
Yes, but I'm trying to do the math and I was just like, you know what? I quit.
1921.
There you
I
go.
mean,
And the thing that
Somebody
they survived that, and now they're 100 years old. Like we are doing so much better. I think at 100, our age will be different. 100 for
but
us will be
are
like
we
80.
though?
Look,
Yes.
it's not insane to think, with my level of free healthcare that I can't live to be 100 and
Man, but nobody want to be taking all that doggone medicine and all that.
we work out. We do, yeah. We work out. We literally eat better than they did because they didn't even know they smoked when they were pregnant. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Things were different back then.
Why your baby
they
was
had,
only
they had
your
asbestos in
baby
the
was
walls.
Jesus,
Yeah.
man in the paint.
Lead in the
Lead in the
paint,
wall.
lead in the gas. Like
Damn.
it's no
cocaine
reason
in
why
the
I can't
Coca-Cola.
cocaine to coca. There's no way I
Damn.
can't. There's no way I shouldn't be 110 looking like I'm like 70. No way.
Damn. I'm sick of this.
Yep.
I had enough now.
Well, I would say if they can hook it up to how Ryan is, but I don't want to look
Yeah.
like that old lady. They're like, Grandma,
Mm.
happy birthday, Grandma. It's your birthday.
Was she like,
She's
Yeah, I
just sitting there. She was
what?
Grandma
Right.
blink.
Right. Yeah. I don't want to be uncomfortable, and I want to be in my right mind. So hopefully, if they,
That's what
find me,
I'm saying, dude. I don't want
yeah,
that
I'm gonna be all right.
dementia.
I'm gonna be all right.
yeah. I think they're gonna figure it out though.
Well, now no, in this lifetime, Ryan, we
Oh,
figured.
they can't even figure out diabetes. They can't even figure out high
They,
cholesterol.
they figured out COVID in like less than a year. Come on
That's what
now,
I'm,
like look,
but they still can't figure out HIV and AIDS. Can you do it or can't you?
but
They
but
got a
you
vaccine for it.
but now
It
you
just costs
live.
too much.
Yeah, it's called Prev, right? Prev can
It's a
cause you to
pill.
not.
That's what makes it worse. It's supposed to be. Isn't it once monthly injection or a pill? It's a pill.
It's a
It's
pill.
a pill. Yes, a pill.
Yeah, but then they made it cost $7,000 or some crap like that. They don't give a doggone.
It's called PrEP.
But
Is it Prep?
Yeah.
Prep? Oh,
the
okay.
point is, they did figure it out, and they can prevent it.
It took them too doggone long.
That's what I was telling my
I'm
brother
gonna
because
live
because
forever.
I just got the vaccine on Friday, and
How'd you feel?
like I feel like great. I barely felt it.
She done already Peloton and first
See,
prep
look
and everything.
look at the science in that. Like, look, I'm gonna live till I'm like 130.
And he was like, "Well, how come they can't figure out AIDS and this and that?" And I was like, "Well, I'm no virologist, number one." I was like, "But they can get your virus load down to undetectable. You may not be able to like prevent it and the initially, but now you can with PrEP if you're negative." I was like, "But they can get your virus load down with like 2 or 3 pills now, and where they can't even detect it in the lab." So I was like, "It's not like they not doing nothing. Like you gotta give."
Yeah, but stop doing this. Fix these people. I think they could.
They are
cure it.
fixed.
I think
Yeah.
they could cure it.
They used to call it. They used to call it the Lazarus pill because it literally bring you back. Like people would be like on the brink, and they would give them the cocktail, which is now only like I think a pill or two.
Yeah.
It used to be a bag of pills.
Yeah.
Like we getting there.
Okay, I'll give them some credit then, because I'm definitely gonna go on and give them their doggone credit because I done got the vaccine now. So yeah, shout out to y'all.
I had my mom laughing. I was like, because it takes a while to build up in your system. I was like, I'm probably like 27% immune right now. She's like, he got it 2 days ago, Chamire. I'm like, I'm feeling better already.
I got 57%.
My high immunity is down low. You're right, Brian. We are in the future.
I was like, I'm feeling more immune as we speak. But all right. So I didn't watch it. I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't my error. But versus it was the Isley brothers versus Earth, Wind, and Fire, right? And I did flip in for a second. And I was like, how's that the Isley brothers without Ron Isley? But that was Ron Isley. He was just zaddied out. He got his little.
Oh Lord, she said the C word.
He was zaddied out. He
Help me.
His little beard, and he looked like a whole different person, much more attractive. So I was like, okay, Ron, I see you.
Yeah, he must be taking some testosterone supplements or something. He got all these women on the internet ready to let him get him worms.
But he was like, but then Kev on stage was like, go back. And he posted a picture of Ron Isley without the beard.
He's a hater. He's a hater.
And I was like, oh my goodness. I forgot what Ron Isley looks like without the beard. Like Ron Isley.
Okay, that's still Mr. Biggs.
Yo, beards on men. And then I seen another picture. I don't know if you know who this is.
I am dying.
Candy from Escape. Her husband did like a filter where it takes his beard off.
Yes.
He looked like a little glowworm. And I was like, put it back. Put it back on. I'm gonna like it. I don't like how you look without that beard. Like y'all be using beards as makeup. That's what I say. That'd be a test. God forbid something happened to Ryan and I meet a man with a beard. I'm like, shave it first. I need to see.
Don't even do it.
I need to see what you look naked. I need to see what you look face naked.
Did you watch all the videos? Some of them women look scared. It was a compilation I watched on YouTube. I had to take my glasses off. I'm crying. Some of them girls look scared. You hear me? They put that damn app up to her man face. Some of them had double chin.
Right. You like, God, what
They
is
had 3 or 4
happening?
or 5 chins they was having up in there. Put the beard back on.
Put your your
Oh,
beard back on. So I don't want to hear nothing. No
Oh,
man say, "Oh, she got a full face of makeup on.
okay.
You got a beard."
It's
Your
not the
beard
equivalent.
ass ain't got
Yes,
no
it
business
is.
It is
saying
not.
nothing.
It is not the equivalent. Like
Yes,
it's
it
totally
is.
different.
How?
Like because
No,
I'm not
listen.
anti makeup whatsoever. I just don't think it's not necessary. But I mean, if you like, it looks nice.
Their
Um,
beard and their
like,
hairline.
but when you completely contour, like you watch those videos, those extreme videos where they be like contouring their face and they be like using tape and like
They be
they look like
lining
a
their beard up.
totally different
Nope.
person. It's different than
They
you
be
naturally
contouring that
growing
beard
it
too.
out of your face.
Mm-mm.
It is not the
Yeah.
equivalent.
What was that? I saw. You ever seen Kylie Jenner without makeup?
Yeah.
I was like,
OJ?
who is that?
You mean Chloe?
Did not look like her
Chloe.
at all.
Chloe or Kylie?
Kylie Jenner.
Oh, no,
Oh,
I haven't.
no, I
She
never
look
seen
like
her.
she look like a regular with
Without her makeup, she looked like the Mad magazine cover. I was like, who the
Oh.
hell is that?
No, I just honestly, I just think that it does change the shape of your face, and I think that men know that. So shave it off and let me see what you look like.
You know how long it takes to grow a decent beard for
Okay, if we're gonna be together
for a
forever,
non-beard person? Like it would take me
You know how
forever to grow
long
it.
it takes to get a decent
Look, I can't
makeup
even-
routine?
Can't even grow one. This is one.
But you don't. So here's the thing. Like,
That's because
and
y'all,
this
you know,
this
y'all
is my own bias. This is my own bias. If as a collective, when we're to say we're not going to wear makeup anymore, as a collective, like nobody's out there being breaking the lines. Like you would all still be beautiful.
okay, what's your point?
Brian trying to get his DMs filled up.
No, but you cannot come back from a weak chin as a man. You just can't do it.
Okay.
Either you have a chin or you don't have a chin.
Okay, well let me see.
You can't.
Let me see and decide for myself,
Can
please.
you imagine punching a beard?
You just miss.
But his
He got
chin
a
was
whole
not
other
there.
chance. He got a whole other chance to
You
carry
can't
some
come
of that.
back. You can't come back.
Let's outlaw beards. Let's
So
outlaw that.
that's
allowed.
nature's way. It's nature's way of protecting us. Like, you don't grow makeup out of your face, but we grow beards.
Beards and man
It's
weave.
just like
Not nature's protected. Like a
It's
stab.
it's like somebody might run up on this dude. I need to grow the beard out to protect
Did
him.
you guys watch The Great? Did you guys ever see The Great?
Yeah.
What was that? Amazon Prime?
Oh, that was on
The great.
It was on Hulu. The Great. Yeah.
Nah,
It's a
I
show.
never had Hulu.
Mm-mm.
It's like a comedy dramedy about
Alexander
Catherine
Catherine
and her
the-
husband.
Mm.
But anyway, the point is he outlawed beards in Russia, right? And this dude came to court. He was like, "Why do you have a beard?" And he was like, "Well, sir, my wife has never seen me without a beard, and it's bad under here." Right?
Oh my god.
And he was like, "I don't care, shave it." And man, he had like boils and scars and everything
Oh,
under
no.
his beard. And
Mm.
then anyway, his wife left him because he shaved his beard.
Showed up to the castle to kill. He wanted to
Right.
assassinate the king. Like you made me shave my beard up now, and I. Boy, that was
Now
a
look
good
what you
show.
done did.
That's
to
all.
me.
That's like
You guys need to
the
watch that shit. It was-
Yeah.
that's like the lady, either she was in China or Korea. I can't remember which one, but her husband sued her for having ugly children because she had so much surgery. She had so the kids favored her before, like pre-op. So she had so much surgery, she looked like a different person. So when he started having kids, because he selected her based upon her looks, the kids weren't attractive. He sued her. He divorced her and sued her, and he won.
Good for him. My deepest sympathy to that man.
What if
Like-
Offset look at Cardi B like, where our kid get these teeth from?
Don't do it. He seen him.
Right. Right. He was like, wait a minute, son ain't
They
adding
are
up.
gonna have problems. They gonna find somebody else, man. They
All
gonna
right,
be like,
listen.
Hey, look, she said the song. Got a bag of
We gotta get to this last topic.
All right.
And this one
Gonna
might
make funny come
make us
after.
think. So in this instant, you get to pick two. So you're gonna
Okay.
you're on a stranded island
I'm on a stranded island.
by yourself. Well, you could be with somebody if you want to, but you only get to pick two, and this is what you eat forever. So I'm
But
gonna
I
give you
eat
some options,
forever.
okay?
Dang.
So it's actually 9 options. So gotta take note.
This is
I'm gonna have
upsetting.
Monique. I'm gonna have Monique go first.
How many options?
So we don't have to literally take note. I'm
Oh,
just saying it's a lot
like
of
I got a
options.
pen. It's like how many?
All right,
Doggone military
We can only
sergeants.
take 2.
right.
Monique, you're first.
So
Wait.
the options are McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, Starbucks,
Oh my God.
Five Guys, Chipotle, Chilopo, KFC, Taco Bell, the King of the Burger, and
Burger
Subway.
King. Okay.
Dang. And I can only have 2.
Too
Two.
easy. Too easy.
You didn't even think about it.
I didn't have to.
You could, you know what? For that, you going last.
Oh.
Dang. Chipotle out of that group.
And you get to pick one more.
You know yours, Matt.
Chipotle and Five Guys.
Chipotle and Five Guys.
That's why I married her. Right there. That's my 2. That's why I married her.
That's your 2?
That's my 2. That's what I was gonna say.
I was trying to
My
figure out
favorite
which
2
one can you
restaurants.
still actually get a freaking vegetable, and then when you want jump, there's the jump.
Matt, so you picking Chipotle and Five Guys.
They're my favorite 2 restaurants. Yeah. But as you were saying them, I was trying to think about variety, right? Like what would I get sick of? Who has the widest menu? And like none of them. They all serve like the same thing.
But I mean, Chipotle, you got chicken, you got beef, you got pork.
Oh, that's
you
what
got
I'm saying.
meat,
Yeah.
You got brown rice, you got white rice,
I can switch up Chipotle quite a bit.
you got
Right.
cilantro, you got red, you got the tortilla cheese, you
Or
got the
they
regular
can
cheese.
make a salad out of your burrito.
You can get a
too.
salad, no
Yeah.
rice.
Okay, Ryan, what you pick? No, you last. I'm
Monique
going.
crazy.
You last. I am picking Subway
Mm-hmm.
That's a good
and
choice.
I thought
Starbucks.
about them.
And who?
Starbucks.
Oh, hell no, Severe.
It's overpriced coffee.
It's free for me. I'm on the island.
You are on the island.
$10 panini.
It's free. I can have my sweets. I have coffee. They have food there now. They have
Oh
all
yeah,
sorts of
we know from
sandwiches.
last week you need your sugar.
You can get you a milkshake.
You almost threw Ryan away for sugar last.
Dang.
It was
That's
a tough
true.
choice. It
That
was
is
a tough.
true.
It was a
Ryan,
tough.
get you a sister wife. Bring you one of them.
No, sister wife. Sister wife.
Bring you one of them back. Don't speak no English.
I sabotage that. I know it's Thursday night. I'd be like, y'all want to play games?
Like,
y'all
but-
want to have a
but-
game night?
Let's
What if,
play
what if
Uno.
she's a barista? Huh?
Hey!
Starbucks barista.
Oh, he's throwing options now.
Hey!
I'm
She-
about to throw these
she-
punches.
She bring the machine home.
Mm-mm.
Nah,
No, bro,
she know.
Starbucks and then Subway
Why
because
she get
I
the
could have a
deal, she know.
sub, I could have a wrap, I could have a flatbread, I could have a salad.
Flatbread.
I've
That
never
is
had the
so
flatbread
sour.
before,
It's
but
not a flatbread.
the one
It's a
that
peanut.
the one that
I'm sorry, go
right
ahead.
is the one by my house serve pizza. So I mean I feel like I can get a variety. They got a variety of meats. So I mean I feel like I have the most option with those two for my part. And then when I need my little coffee fix, boom, I'm there. All right, what you pick, Ryan?
Oh, I went with Five Guys because of variety.
Five
got every-
Guys.
They got everything I want. And then if I want put some vegetables on it so I don't die, I can put some vegetables on it too.
What's your second one?
And what else? What's your second pick?
Oh, Starbucks. I have to have coffee. Like if I don't have caffeine,
I
there will be
mean,
nobody,
we need coffee
no one
too.
will be left on the island but me because I will kill them.
Who else do we have? Chipotle got coffee in the morning.
They do.
No,
Chipotle
Chipotle
does do
don't even
breakfast.
open till 11.
Some of them do have breakfast,
Mhm.
and they will serve coffee.
They're early.
And
Well, I
then
didn't
you
know
get a
that.
breakfast burrito.
But
from
it's-
Or I switched
But
to
it's-
tea.
but it's
They
too
got
late.
that doggone tea at Chipotle too. Get
I've
the
never
breakfast
seen the
tea.
breakfast Chipotle. I've never
Me
seen
neither.
one.
You know
I've
what,
only
man?
seen
We
like
are
2.
wrong. We are wrong. That's why they're better. It was Qdoba in Alaska, not Chipotle.
Oh,
Qdoba had that breakfast. And they
Qdoba
had
was
that
owned by
barbecue sauce.
Qdoba was owned by McDonald's, right? I think that's the relationship.
Chipotle is bought out by McDonald's.
Mhm.
And they
Oh,
own it by
okay,
Chipotle.
gotcha.
But they got that together now.
Oh, look, look.
I need I need burgers or hot dogs or whatever.
That's too.
And I need coffee.
You want to eat that
Too easy.
greasy, heavy burger
You
every
gonna be
single
doodling.
day.
No, I
You
would
gonna
go
be
to
doing
Chipotle.
it.
I'm on an
You gonna be
island by
doing it, Ryan.
I'm on an
Look,
island
you
by
get-
myself. The whole island is my bathroom. Like
The whole island is
the
my
whole
bathroom.
island. I'm like, the west side is where I do my business.
The West Side, like, I'm gonna go poop over there today.
Right.
The whole island's mine.
You gotta figure out a way
I
not to
wouldn't
be
make it on
bad
an island
you.
just because I don't know what I can and cannot eat. So,
Mel gonna
I'll-
go back and
I'll-
hit your face.
I'd eat a berry or a mushroom and take myself out.
Be
Be
eating like
done.
a poisonous
Swear
fish.
Chipotle has breakfast
whatever.
in some locations.
Yeah.
Well, they got no breakfast. That'll be too much. That'll be
But-
too much like right. I love a good breakfast.
You can always have. I mean, I don't condone this because I'd rather have coffee, but some people will drink like a Coke in the morning or a Mountain Dew. I've seen people get like a Mountain
There
Dew
are
in the morning.
caffeinated beverages at that moment. The
It's a-
older you
yeah,
get,
see,
your bowels ain't gonna be appreciative of that coffee forever. You gotta prepare.
I
hear
don't, if I
stories
get
old people-
more than just coffee, sometimes I might get a tea or I might get a spritzer, you know?
And they get a spritzer.
Maybe I might want a frappuccino one day.
Nobody
Chipotle
orders a
breakfast
spritzer.
menu.
I can't say spritzer and not do my hair like
A
that.
little
I
spritz.
googled it. I googled it. Chipotle does do breakfast.
Oh,
in some
they do?
locations. It's right here.
Uh-huh.
So-
I
so-
believed you. I just not these ones.
So there's Five Guys. I will have a burger for breakfast. Thank you.
A burger and a
Five
coffee.
Guys
You gonna
does
do
have
it
the
before
good-
you
Say, throw some eggs on it. Throw some eggs on that burger.
There it is.
Oh my god!
There it
your-
is.
Your arteries getting like
Jalapenos.
this, smaller and smaller and smaller.
You got oh yeah,
Look.
it's a done deal. There's no pharmacy on the island. I'm dead.
Nope, they ain't say nothing about
So
no
then we
pharmacy.
wasn't gonna be able to go to the island as a couple. I don't really know
Oh,
about
she
it.
said we could go. Yeah.
Oh, well, you used to pick different places to eat for me, shouted, then we get found.
No,
That's a buffalo
strategy.
I say only one person can pick though. So he picked for
Oh, well, we could.
you. You just coming as a
Here we
guest.
go.
Y'all,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be some animals on that island. You want breakfast, I'll find a
Look, I
bird
will.
nest.
I will chase him with a spear.
Okay, we gonna get them animals. So we
And
still
with-
gonna-
And with that, that brings us to a close. Matt chasing animals with spears.
Why
I
you
just see it.
you
I
using
just
the
see it
spear?
running like this.
Well, then what about
Just running.
you?
I gotta make a spear.
You gonna be tapping deep into that Puerto Rican boy.
I've seen cats.
Deep. You gotta tap into the part that was on the slave ship. Okay, all right.
Thank you to our hosts. I appreciate y'all coming out. It was a very interesting conversation.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be a little bit of editing that I have to do.
Just to say,
Hit us up if you want to ask us questions. We would love to answer your questions or talk about a subject that you want to talk about. If you hit us up at the email address, that's OKAY, so boom podcast
sure?
at Gmail. I was thoroughly confused. OKAY.
still forgot how to read, man.
What? Are you
So
okay?
boom.
He think like a
Podcast.
sister wife.
And
Oh, okay.
She's gonna come up with a burger and coffee. Right,
That's
like
what-
a soul.
Please ask
He's
us
flying
questions.
over there, Samir.
Okay, so boom, podcast at gmail.com. You can also hit us up on the YouTube where this video will be posted. So go to our YouTube page or channel, I should say, which is also okay, so boom. You can also reach us at okay, that's OKAY, so boom 1 on Twitter, which I haven't really been posting a lot and I should be. So then you have the Facebook group, which is okay, so boom. And then lastly, the Instagram, which I do keep up to date, which is OKAY_so_boom, where all these videos are put up in half portions, so part 1, part 2. So please watch them.
Please watch them. Support us.
That's right.
Well,
Please.
that wraps another one. And we will see you all next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.